Hey guys, it's Drew again. From time to time, we take out old artifacts in different parts of our collection and just remember what it was like when we got them, how we got them, or just to relive those memories. Well, today I want to retell a story that I told on my channel a long time ago, and I think you'll enjoy it just in case you've never seen it. So stay tuned, let's check it out. So I want to retell a story that I've already told on my YouTube channel. So if you've already seen this video and remember it from way back, just click off and move along. But for those of you who weren't around from the beginning or didn't go back and binge watch all of my amazing things from a long time ago, I want to tell a story that I think it bears worth repeating. Every week I look around my card room and I think, what do I want to talk about this week? Or maybe teach or tell a story or just show off something. And I thought, you know what? There's something in my collection that I think is really cool. And it kind of sparked from the video that I made last week. Now, one of the ones I made last week was about the Wheaties box that my dad had given me on my way back from the National. And it got me thinking about my relationship with my dad, especially as comments and stuff started coming in, talking about how cool it was that my dad and I had this little thing. So I did mention in the video that my dad had never given me anything part of my collection, and I realized that's not exactly true. Now, while he never gave me a collectible like that Wheaties box, he's never given me a card that I can recall at least, he did give me something a long time ago. And this is something that I grew up knowing and seeing. So, like a lot of young American boys, I would just love to go out and play catch with my dad. And we'd go out and we lived in a neighborhood, you know, so we didn't have a very small lawn, so we would play catch in the street. And my brother and I would go out and we would play games, just catch. We played, you know, hot glove, where you would just try to catch it and release it as quick as you can. We played a game my dad called Catch a Flyer Up, which was, I don't even remember the rules of it, but I just remember it was pop-ups, and I love to getting under pop-ups to try to catch them. And one of the things I remember was my dad's glove. And of course, my dad, he had a baseball glove that was his all the way back from when he was in high school. Now, my dad actually played baseball in high school. I never had that opportunity. I never played in Little League. I never played in organized baseball. I always loved it, and I was wanting to. I would go down to the local park and I would watch kids play that were younger than me, but I never actually got the chance to play. And I thought, how cool would it be to be on an actual team, you know, in that sort of an environment. But my dad, who's left-handed, he had this old glove. And this glove, I mean, my dad graduated high school in 1960, so that means he played baseball in high school back in the late 50s. So this glove was from back in the 50s. And I remember him playing with it. Well, as we got older and I got into high school, we actually started playing on our church softball team. And he started out using that old glove from the 50s, and this was back in the 80s. And he decided it was time to get a new one. So we bought a new glove, and he played softball with that. But that old glove just sat on top of his dresser. Well, one day, a number of years ago, he said, you know, I know you collect stuff and you like vintage stuff, and I didn't know if you want it, but I want to give you my glove. And I thought that was so cool. So here's the glove, and I have it. This is the glove that my dad used in high school. And it's it's left-handed. I mean, it's beat up. Its laces are broken, and it's got some, you know, obviously signs of wear and age and whatever, but it's nothing special about it except that this was my dad's glove, and when he went out and played, well, the story goes that when he played baseball, that they won some kind of championship, and he had a ball, and it was a team signed ball. And he got this ball, and it was signed by the entire team. And he kept it. It was always with the baseball glove on top of his dresser. And, well, you know, one time when we were playing, this is sort of the Sandlot story, that, you know, my brother and I needed a ball. And we went and we grabbed the ball and figured not that big of a deal. And we went out and we played baseball with it. We played catch in the road, and we beat it up. And my dad gave him that ball, too. And so this is the baseball, actually, and you can see very faintly some inscriptions and some signatures, and this was my dad's team signed ball. And I remember, you know, we put it back in his glove, and it wasn't long before he found that we had played with it and scratched it up to the point of not being able to use it. But one of the things I find most funny about this, and I told this in the video again a long time ago, but if you look, these signatures are an old pen, you know, they're kind of bluish or whatever. But if you look right up here, I'll kind of get it in view. You see that red? It's kind of hard to see, but that is big block letters, and what that says is Jeff, Jeff. Well, Jeff is my brother, my older brother, and he thought it was cool that you could take a baseball and sign your name. So at one point in time, this is before we played catch with it, he took a red, I think, crayon, believe it or not, and wrote his name, Jeff, across it. So, you know, the ball is ruined. There was nobody famous. My dad probably couldn't remember the guys that he played with back then, but this ball and this glove, they're just part of the legacy. They're part of the story that I have in this room. And so, but I did want to talk about little things like the fact that one of the proud things that I display is this baseball glove, this old left-handed, beat-up baseball glove that's got literally a piece of twine that instead of the button, because the button had popped off that hold the strap in, but this was my dad's, and he played baseball with us way back. He played baseball back when Jackie Robinson played, and when Duke Snider played, or Willie Mays was just a younger player, Hank Aaron starting out. That's the era in which my dad got this glove and played with it. And I think that's kind of cool. It's almost more cool than the cards that we collect that have the pictures on it, because this one was actually touched, used by my dad, and then finally given to me just to have in my room. So anyway, that's kind of the story. I just wanted to show it off, and I just think it's neat, and I appreciate you guys coming along, taking a couple minutes to listen to me. But until next time, you guys be good.